just to show you how to create your address block or name initial block if you would like to do it that way. Basically, what we're doing is we're doing using a program called Aspire, which is based around a CNC machine, and we're going to show you how to create something here out of that. All right, so we're going to go to first step. We're going to go to is Aspire. From Aspire, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. Now we got to set up our job here. We're going to take a single-sided. We're going to make this 11.5. We're going to make the height 3.25. We're going to pick our thickness at 0.75. Really doesn't matter, but that's what I'd like you to set that at. We're going to take our Z0 position at the material surface, and we're going to select XY datum at the center. So from there, we're good. We don't really care about this box here. We're going to select OK. That'll give us our workspace. Now, from our workspace, what we're going to do, we're going to select this box here. You can either do a square or an ellipse. I'm going to do an ellipse here just to kind of show you. You're going to select Draw Ellipse. Now, you are going to make sure here that you are going to select our anchor point from the middle. From here, you're going to say 0, 0. And your width, you're going to set your first width at 10.75. You're going to set your height at 2.75 and click Create. That'll create our first ellipse. Now what we got to do is we got to put two ellipses together, one slightly inside of the other. And what we're going to do here, we're going to keep the settings the same here. And simply what we're going to do is we're going to reduce each of these by 0.25. So 10.5 will be our width for our second ellipse. And it'll be 2.5 for our second ellipse. And then we'll hit Create. And you can go ahead and close out of the ellipse. And now we got our little space where we're going to do the work. Next up, what we're going to do here is we're going to use our text tool, draw text. Give that a minute to open up. And you are going to pick between 2 and 4 letters or numbers. Try not to squeeze this in too much. So pretty much I'm just going to pick my name here. And you can say center alignment and close. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this pick tool right here. It's a little arrow. We're going to pick our point, my name here, click twice. Then we're going to have the ability to adjust the size so that it kind of fits inside of my box here. And then you can use your move tool to kind of set things towards the center. You can almost grab it and kind of see that the center point. And at that point, our artwork's done. You can do a lot more with this program, but this is kind of just a start and get you going. Now, the next thing here, let's do a save. We're going to do a file save as. We're going to save back under Files M, Students, Fin. We're going to go to whatever team or whatever class you have here. In this case, we were doing this in STEAM, 7th grade STEAM. You'll find your day in there. Now, if you don't have a folder, what you'll want to do here is you'll want to either click this little new folder button and put your name, or you're going to right click, select new folder, and you're just going to type your name. In the file name here, you're going to put your last name, just so we know whose it is. You're going to go into that folder, your name, obviously it'll be your name, and click Save. So now our artwork is saved. Now what we got to do is we got to convert this into a file that our CNC machine is going to read. We're going to do that here in the top right-hand corner here. Is called Toolpaths. You're going to click Toolpaths. You're going to click this little pin here. It'll keep it up and running here for you. So the next thing that we want to do is everything here we're going to do, you will select all at once here. So if we do a Control A, that'll select all of our what we're going to be cutting out on the CNC machine. Now, just to go over a couple things here, toolpath operations. There's a couple different types of things that we can do here. Contour or a profile toolpath cuts this whole thing out. We don't want to do that. A pocket kind of puts things in the middle. We can do some drilling and a couple other things here, but really the easiest one that we're going to start off with here is what's called V-carve. V-carve, if we click V-carve, we're going to have to set a couple things here. And what I'm going to do here with cutting depths, you're going to select this flat depth, and we're going to make it 0.125. Now, from there, we're going to select the tool. This is what we're going to use to carve this out. And we're going to do select, and you're going to select V-bit, 90 degrees, half inch. V-bit, half inch, 90 degrees. And everything else here really doesn't have a whole lot of matter here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to simply change this name to your name. We're going to calculate. And what you can do in here inside of this preview is if you hit this play button, it'll kind of show you what you're going to do and what it's going to look like. Hopefully we've got some clearances in here in between our cuts. This is basically what we're going to be cutting out. Now from there you can close out a preview. Then what you're going to do is you're going to select your toolpath here, which is all of our cuts, and you're going to hit this button here. It says Save Toolpath. Save Toolpath now. We're going to have to select what's called a post-processor. Now, if it's already selected, that's fine, but I want you to make sure that it is the correct one here. We're going to make sure that we have selected toolpath. We're going to flip down here, and it's real important we get the right one here. The one that we're looking for here is Forest. Forest Arcs Inch T1 NOATC, whatever. It should be there. It should be loaded in on your computer, but the one that says Forest is what you want to select. And we're going to click a Save Toolpath. Again, we're going to save this. We're going to save this to the file that we created. Just to kind of quickly review here, under Files, you go to Students, Fin, and whatever class you are in. It's a day, and look, there's the folder that you created. And we're going to click Save. And at that point, this is into what's called G code, which can be opened up on the CNC machine.